Hello folks, Fuzzfinger here. Just going to be setting up in a moment. So I thought today we'd just carry on with some more of our bestiary hunting, since I do want to try and get the trophy for the Scrivener. I think it's called Scrivener Trophy, which involves collecting every item in the bestiary. So that's what we've been working towards for quite a while now, and hopefully we'll get it done sooner rather than later. Okay, so I'm just heading into the Feywood, and the reason for that actually, if I can find out where I'm going here, is there's an item, a rare game that we need to kill actually, that's only spawning between 0 and 10 minutes on the game clock. And I'm currently within that time frame. Morning, Dom. Good to see you. How you doing? I don't expect we'll get a whole lot on the stream today because it's quite early. And seeing as how most of the audience for this channel tend to come from America for some reason, I'm guessing that a lot will still be in bed. Morning, Anthony and Dash. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Good to see you on today. I thought I'd fire it up since I'm going to be hunting down some more rare game. And it's quite a lonely experience. But it is needed, of course, for that trophy. And I would like to get the platinum for this game soon now, since I've done so much. I'm about 106 hours in. And so, as I was saying, the first enemy we're going for is the Juggernaut. And the Juggernaut only spawns when the game clock minute is between 0 and 10. So, because it's on 2 at the moment, it should be around. And it doesn't matter about the hour, as long as that minute is on 0 and 10. Oh, well, I like the idea of being able to watch Final Fantasy XII streams at work, Dom. That sounds fun. Right, so this is actually where the enemy spawns in this particular zone. So I'm just going to slow things down a touch because I believe if we go north... Yes, I'm looking forward to the new game minus or weak mode, Anthony. But I don't want to start that until I've got the platinum, because if I start weak game before that, I'm never going to get the platinum done because I'm never going to finish off the bits we need to do for the trophies here. But no, it's definitely on my radar, and as soon as we can get this bestiary finished and the game completed, which won't take long, then we'll be able to move on to week game. Have you been playing that, have you, Anthony? The week game version? I've heard some... let's just say I've heard some fun things about it, including the fact that it might not even be possible to complete it, although I don't believe that. So this is Juggernaut, the rare mob that we're going to in this area. We're going to go ahead and take him out. Speed things up a touch. Oh, thank you, David, and welcome. Right, so we've got Juggernaut defeated. If we just open up our clan primer here. Oh, cheers, I'm glad the videos have been helpful. Very kind of you to say. I've really enjoyed this series, actually. You know, I think I've actually enjoyed Final Fantasy XII a lot more this time around than I did on the PlayStation 2 the first time round I played it. I don't know why, maybe because I think when it was on the PS2 it was a very different game than what we were used to before with Final Fantasy. But now that games have changed so much anyway in that time since it was released on the PS2, I really do appreciate it for what it was, in a way that I didn't at the time. Anyhow, see what's next on the item. Oh, okay, Anthony, I see. Just to confirm as well, guys, there is a slight delay on the stream. I think about 30 to 45 seconds, depends what mood YouTube is in at the time. So, when I'm answering your questions, you won't be hearing those answers for a good 30 seconds or so after you've asked them. Right, Negalmer, he's the guy in the one of the things we've done earlier. I can't think the name of the place. Steel Shrine, perhaps, of something. Molan, right, got him. Lava Eater, yep, done all that, done Tower. So we've done quite a lot of these now. Ariok, Grey Malta, all done. Yeah, did that in the last video. Feedliant, Midgar Sorma, or however you pronounce that. This is actually the correct spelling of this monster. In Final Fantasy VII, it's called the Midgard Zolom or something, but that's actually a poor translation from the Japanese. This is what it should be called even in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, Dom, I agree. It's been interesting being able to split all the characters off into different roles, hasn't it? Rather than having everyone be the same, which is pretty much what the original game had you do. Crystal Knight, Nazanir, Gravelord. Just going down to see where the next one is that I'm missing. Zombie Lord, got that. That was from the Hunt Quest. Hiya, Jordan. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, I agree with that, Ash, about the speed function. And I was worried when I first heard you could speed the game up to 4 times speed, that you were just going to whiz through the game. But, I mean, I'm on like 107 hours, and most of that has been using the speed function as well. So, it definitely hasn't done what I was worried it would do. I'll say that. Right then, so where were we? Gravelord, Zombie Lord. Have I done Gemhorn? No, okay, so Gemhorn is the next enemy, which is in Lusu Mines. Oh, wonderful. I love that place so much because the enemies there are really annoying. But I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to just head back to the save point. I will do in weak mode, Anthony. Guns are the best weapon for weak mode. I do use bows, but it's just the way I've got my character set up, to be honest. I've had no real need to use guns. But for weak mode, guns are actually the best weapon. So if you want to see me use them, watch me when I play that, because most of my characters will be using guns at that point. And the reason for that is that guns don't have their damage multiplier based on the strength of the character, whereas all other weapons do. But no, you can get some interesting setups with guns, there's no question about that. King of the Gamer, hello. Yep, Bolivia, they certainly do. They certainly do. On one of the live streams, I think for about 45 minutes to an hour, we were trying to get one of the rares to spawn, and it just never did. So we just went into trial mode and got it straight away. Right, so next up is the Lusu Mines. The name of the enemy is the Gemhorn. So we have to kill all the other enemies in the particular area that it spawns in order to get it to appear. At least that's what I believe. And it's a kind of slave and wilder enemy. So, just let me double check on the exact area. Oh right, it's Site 11. Okay, so that's quite a big part of the area, unfortunately. But it's not too far from here. So we'll just head over to the west. Let me make sure everybody has the lovely ribbon equipped, because by golly, you're going to need it in this place. And this is Site 11 now. Oh no, this is Site 9. Site 11 is the next area. So when we get into Site 11, we need to clear out every single enemy that's present. And then that should get the rare Gemhorn creature to spawn for us. That's the working theory anyway. So this is Site 11, yep. What are all you folks doing today then? I have got work actually myself a little bit later. If you're a little bit later on in the game, Kenneth, you can just buy them from Balfenheim Port from the travelling merchant that's next to the Chocobo. If you're not quite that far in the game, then you can purchase them from any of the airships that you can travel on. And if you're not that far in the game, then you can farm them. I have put a video out on how to farm them. But they're not expensive to buy if you can buy them, so that's probably the quickest way if you're able to do that. Oh dear, some nasty traps. I think I might be bringing Bash in. Bash is my float caster, you see. Oh, the fun of grinding Leo gems. Is that for Tornasol, is it, or something else? I can't remember off the top of my head. Right, get everyone resurrected. And Ash isn't doing a whole lot of healing there. And she should be. Probably help if she had Cura Jar on, wouldn't it? So there's some areas in the game where you do want your float caster around, and this, I would say, is one of them. Get rid of Seitengrat. There we go. Yeah, no problem, Kenneth. Right, so I'm not seeing many enemies left in Site 11 here. So either the rare creature needs to spawn, or there's still something that we're missing. So the creature itself should spawn down in this area. Oh, come on, Bash. Turn your float on, will you? Nihopaleo, I believe, Ash. Is that what it's called? Very, very useful accessory, especially in certain circumstances. Such as against the judges, for example. Right, there still must be enemies around. Probably a few of the nasty bats that tend to spawn around here. Or something. Nothing down here. Just check around here. Ah, just gone out of the area. Hopefully that won't reset the encounters. Oh, probably missed a couple. Yeah, Nihopaleo is very useful, I found, on the judges in trial mode. Stage 100. Since if you can use it to put them to sleep, and that stops them from spamming the elixirs they like to spam on each other, which is really annoying. Probably the hardest part of that fight is dealing with the elixir spam. Because even though they don't have a lot of health, if you can't deal with those elixirs, they're just literally going from almost dead to full again, almost dead to full. Oh, the monster chest. Was that the chest? That's the mimic, isn't it? Is that up here, is it? It might be up here. Yeah. Thank you, King of the Game. King of the Gamer. Pointing that out to us. Just check there's nothing else sneaking around here in terms of chests that might be mimics, but I don't think there is. Right, let's see if we've got any luck now with the rare spawning. So I know where it spawns. Just checking on the way down, though, that there's nothing else hiding away. Trying to avoid the wrath of the Fuzzfinger party. Let's just go and have a check while we're here, then. No, it's still not here. Maybe this is another... No, this is just a loot chest, I think. Ah, another monster chest? Yeah, that could be it. Some of these spawn conditions, as someone was saying earlier, can be quite annoying. Especially when you think you've done what you're supposed to do. And nothing's happening. I'm just going to speed up, but not to the full amount here. So we can try and look around for those darker chests. Greetings, Marcus from Germany. Thank you for joining us on the stream. It's good to have you. For those that have just stopped by, I'm literally just going through the bestiary here. And trying to work towards the Strivener trophy. We don't have a lot more rare mobs to get. But we do have a few. Okay, no more chests in here. Chests around here. So I'm looking for those chests. We have killed 2 already that turn into the mimic enemies. Since, as somebody rightly pointed out in chat, you do need to take care of those, along with the other enemies that tend to spawn around here. Ah, there it is. So you don't have to go out the area, which is what I was going to be thinking of next, but you do, it looks like, just have to come away from the room. So here we have the good old Gem Horn, which is our next rare mob. And the Gem Horn is down. We get a tanned hide. Right then, so fortunately that wasn't too far away from the save crystal. Let's just speed things up again. I do like the speed function in the Zodiac Age, but occasionally it actually causes more harm than good, since it can sometimes tend to get you stuck as you're trying to move around places, and when you're in tight corners, obviously you have less precision in the controls that you're using. Oh, what the heck? Where am I going? That's me, that is, trying to read chat and not concentrating. Trying to make my way back to the orange save crystal here. But hey, I thought we'd have a fun detour. Right, so we're going to go to the crystal and we'll see what we've got next in terms of rare spawns to take care of. And I don't think we've got a lot left now. So once I've got the Strivener trophy, which is one of the trophies required for the platinum in this game, and probably the most long-winded trophy as well in terms of time, then I just need to actually complete the game itself, since there is a trophy for doing that, and that is the final trophy then we need to get. Now, since we're going the most long-winded way back to this save crystal that's even possible. We're nearly there now. Right, I'm just going to have a look through the list at this point and see what it is that we can do next. And I'm just going to bring my list up next to me. So the next enemy on the list is the Drowned. I'll see if we've got that one. So we've just killed Gemhorn. He should be on our list somewhere as well. Somewhere around here. There it is. Okay, so there's the Drowned. We've done that. Next up is Luxolid in Pharos, and we've done that as well. That's good, because I don't really like that place. Velalu. Okay, I don't have Velalu, who is in Nebraya's Deadlands. And in order to get that one to spawn, we need to have a party member with less than 20% health. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to bring up the exact area where that's in. Then we know where we're going. We won't have to mess around. In the meantime, I'll just make my way over to the Nebraya's Deadlands. I know these haven't been the most popular videos, these bestiary videos, but they are important because I am trying to do a 100% walkthrough at the end of the day, so we can't really skip out on these. And since you do need them for the trophy as well, for the platinum, there'd be a lot of people moaning at me if I did skip these out, which is why we do have to get through them, sadly. So thanks for bearing with me. But as I say, hopefully we're nearly done with them. Right then, so Valelu, I'm just trying to see which area he spawns in, so that we're not running around all over the place. I think I know off the top of my head it's in the could be the area where the hunt is located, but I'm just going to check that out. Alright, it's just before that then. So we'll make our way across. And down the secret path. So it should be in this area. Yep. The fog mutters. So what we need to do, first one's going to clear the enemies here so that we don't get obliterated, because we need to start reducing people's health, since this particular rare will only spawn when at least one of your characters has less than 20% health remaining. If it doesn't spawn, you might even need to get 2 characters to under that threshold, but hopefully we'll get it with just the 1. Any more creatures around here? Yes, there is. Don't want these jumping up on us. Okie dokie. Right, so what I'm going to do at this point is just wait for float to be cast. Okay, we're going to swap Ash out for Penello, since we don't want Ash healing. Just make sure nobody else has got any healing gambits set up. And there's multiple ways that you can get your characters to under whatever health level you need them to be under. Okay, Bash isn't going to heal, and Penelo isn't going to heal either. So you want to be careful with magical spells, since they do obviously have a tendency to basically obliterate you. Why is he casting Float again? Oh, it's because we brought Penelo in, isn't it? So we're going to cast Reverse onto Penelo. And we need to take the Ribbon off her as well. The reason for that is that Ribbon actually has regen on it. Now, you won't know that by the text of Ribbon, but I assure you it does. I'll just remove it for now. No, I'm not planning on it, Anthony. I'm not planning on it, my friend. This is the actual area where the rare mob spawns anyway, but you're right. In that next area just up north from where we are, which is called Overlooking Eternity, the skeletons keep appearing. They're not quite infinite, but you get a lot of them. It would be good if they were infinite, because that would be a fantastic auto AFK levelling spot, but yeah. Right then, so what I'm going to do now, just slow things down a touch. We're just going to start doing a little bit of healing on Penelo. Not a lot of healing, but just enough to get her under 20% health. Oh, thank you, Gearhead, for the subscription. Appreciate that. We've got plenty of X potions. Hang on, what? Okay, in that case then, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. We was talking about this earlier. So we'll just use Niho Paleo, since that'll definitely work. There we go. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's because she's got potion. I was wondering why she did more damage then than she was healed a moment ago, but that's why. Right, is that under 20% health? It's probably not far off, but I'll just throw a high potion on to make sure. No, it's not under 20%, because 20% will be about 1,300. Ah, Vaughn! You're the wrong person. But that's okay, because now Penelo can cast an X potion, and that should do 2,200 points of damage and bring her to the right amount of health that we need. Okay. And now, if we've done this correctly, we should be seeing the enemy spawn. Don't cross over into that area though, please. I'm just going to go slow, because it's one of those undead enemies, I believe. More of these guys. Okay, I'm just going to take control of Penelo and keep her back so we don't lose her. Oh, come on. Come on. That's disgusting. Oh, hi, Joy. Yeah, I was worried I hadn't heard from you for a while. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Is that how you watch it now? Is it on the PS4 YouTube app? 1278. I think we might need to just be healing once. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate all my subscribers. Yeah, you don't have to subscribe twice. I think a potion will do fine. Since just under 1,200 will give us that 20% that we need. Right, and carefully try and keep Penelo alive this time would be useful. So just for those joining us, we are just working through the bestiary here in order to get the Scrivener trophy. And for this particular enemy, which is known as Velelu, you have to get at least one character to under 20% health. Oh, there it is. And then it will spawn once you're in this area, which is the Fog Mutters. So I'm going to heal Penelo up now that the creature has spawned, which is what we wanted. Give her her ribbon back. And Vaughn should be able to throw a nice heal onto her. And now we can take this guy out. There he goes. Oh, okay then, Joy. That makes sense then. Yeah, it's great actually, isn't it, how you can use all the different means of watching YouTube. In fact, I was looking through a lot of my analytics the other day on YouTube, and the vast majority of my viewers now watch on mobile devices. Oh, good tip. Thanks, Anthony. Hopefully that'll help other people as well. So I remember when I first started YouTube, mobile viewing was like, you know, very, very low, probably about 5%. Now it's at like 60%. And then with consoles and that, just normal standard computer viewing is a very low percentage of actual viewings, which is interesting because it's helpful to know, since obviously you need to try and optimise your videos for mobile devices because text is smaller and people, you know, can't see it as well, etc, etc. Right then, okay, so Velulu was the last one, or something like that, Velulu, or whatever its name was, there it is. Was the one we've just killed. So Vagrant Soul would be next on the list, but we've got it. Another Pharos one, that one. Disma was for the Hunt Club, so we don't need to do that. Imdagud from the Namyenza Sansi. Don't need to do that. Next up is Ankboulder and Bull Chocobo, both from the Hunt Club. Wendis and Skullash. Oh, we're almost there. Anchag. Miath. Yeah. Bluesang. Helvenik. And Avenger. Okay. And then it's... Okay, we're missing Palicant and Uraton Exile. So we're only actually missing 2 more rares now, as far as I can tell. Right, I'm pretty sure that's all we need to do then. Is Palicant, who's in the Ridorana Cataract, which means we need to make our way back to close to the Pharos in order to go there. Let's bring in the actual precise location up so I know where I'm going here. So Palicat is like a horse with spikes sticking out its head. How lovely. Hello, Prasad. Yeah, I've actually done quite a lot, if you look into the playlist of this series, of all the various hunts. Yeah, I suppose it will, Joy. It'd be interesting, I guess, because you don't normally have your keyboard attached to your PS4. It's probably the stumbling block to that. But I guess if you could maybe use text, so speech to text or something, could be a way around it. Yeah, for Balthea, I'm just going to check. The only thing is, when I first learnt the initial quickenings, I think I might have messed up a bit on them. Which is why I haven't made a video on the quickenings I chose for this particular setup. So, what I'm probably going to do, since I've got a master save file, is show you people again. Properly. But what I've chosen is Element of Treachery. I think that because it gave us access to Ninja Swords 3. But I don't seem to have access to Guns 6 or Guns 5. But I didn't really need guns on Balthea. Tides of Fate. Because the Yagyu Dark Blade and the Mesa are definitely weapons that you want to have access to. The Dark Blade is extraordinarily useful against Yasmat. So I know you definitely want to learn that one. And finally, I gave him Fires of War. Probably for the Ninja Swords, or maybe for something on Foebreaker, I'm not sure. It's going back a bit now. But yeah, basically, choosing the quickenings isn't that difficult. Just check the abilities that come next to the quickening, because you know that's going to be blocked off if you don't choose that quickening, if it's the 4th one that you don't choose. So just check all the abilities and make sure that you're not going to block anything off that you need by not learning a quickening there. But I'm pretty sure I made the right choices here with Balthea. It was my first time at that point using the job system, since I hadn't played the International Zodiac job system. So when I go through the game again on weak mode, which I will be doing soon, I've got a much greater understanding now of how it all works with the license boards. So that's why I haven't done a video yet on the job roles I selected in terms of the quickenings and the espers. Because initially, early on, I think I did make a couple of mistakes that I don't want people to copy. Sunay's Tales fan, thank you for your subscription, much appreciated. Right, so we're going into the City of Other Days area here in the Cataract, which is this area just to the... well, actually just the next area that we're from where we're in at the moment. And it's one of those where we have to clear all the enemies again, and hopefully the creature will then spawn for us. Although we might, according to our wiki, sorry, Final Fantasy wiki, so I've been doing quite a lot of World of Warcraft content lately, so it's still on my mind. We might have to leave the area in order to get it to spawn. Okay, just go down south, see what's lurking around here. I think the last time I came here was to take care of Years, Matt. Oh, that was a fun fight. Ah, level hype. So there's really no need to max your characters out at level 99, since we've pretty much done all the content now, including the judges. King of Noobs, welcome. And that was all in the 70s, and there's no trophy or anything either for getting to max level. Checking that everything's defeated here, then we'll just leave the area. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yes, Joy. So once I've completed the bestiary, which as far as I'm aware, unless I've missed anything looking at my list, is only this enemy here and one more rare mob, and then it's literally the final dungeon of the game, and that's for the next trophy, and the last trophy as well. So there's the rare spawn. You do have to leave this area in order to get it to appear. Yeah, no problem, Angel. You're welcome. Right, so that was Palicant. And, as I say, I believe we've only got one more enemy to take care of. So there was Palicant. So on the list that I'm looking at, Alteki comes next, which we've got. Philo comes next from Galmore Jungle, which we've got. And then just one more that I'm missing, which is the Overton Exile in the Ogre Yenza Sansei. And, oh my, we've got to kill 100 enemies, apparently. But it doesn't say you have to kill them on one visit. So I'm just going to double check on that. Because I've certainly killed a lot of those creatures in the past. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just going to check exactly. Okay. It's also only got a certain % chance to spawn, unfortunately. So to spawn the Overton Exile, the player needs to kill at least 100 Overton Yenza. Does anybody know if you have to kill those in one visit? Because I must have killed 100 previously. Well, maybe I haven't. That is a lie, isn't it? So this very final one is actually going to probably take the longest to do, unfortunately. But hey, at least we'll be done when we've killed him with the trophy here. So we'll go to the Ogre Yenza Sansei. Platform 2 Refinery is where we'll find the enemy when it actually does spawn. You can also get the Magaroku weapon if you're doing this guy early in the game, which is quite a powerful weapon. Yeah, that's what I suspected, King of the Gamer. You can chain them, actually, although you don't actually need to chain them for this particular one. There are some rare spawns where you do need to chain them. But here it doesn't make you chain breaks as long as you kill them. So maybe somebody can count for us as we go. I think that's number 2. So this could take a while. I'm just going to check the area where this guy actually spawns. I know, it seems like it's been a while since we've done the story. We're almost finished with the story. And then we'll probably have a look at the good old week mode, which I know a few people are looking forward to. Oh, we're in the wrong one. We're in the Namyenza. Why did I come out here? Okay, so we still need to count 100, unfortunately. Only this time I'm going to go into the right zone, which would be helpful. So we'll head over to the right this time. I just need to... So just wipe my nose. Got a bit of hay fever. It's been quite bad, actually. I don't know if anyone else is in the UK here and suffers with it, but I've been suffering quite a bit. It's a bit annoying the past week or so. But I'm thinking that this is the area right here where the creature will spawn, but not until we've done 100 of these enemies that we need to kill first. Yeah, good point, Anthony. If you chain them, and actually you've got a good point, because there's really no reason not to chain them, is there? Because a lot of the other mobs around here are neutral. The only problem is we killed 2, I think, in the previous area, so I think we need to chain to 102 rather than to 100. So if we break the chain, try and remember what the chain was on as well, so that we can know to deduct that from the next chain. There's the chain brokers. We got to a chain of 18, but make it 16 because we killed 2 in the wrong area. And I'll try and remember that those guys are there as well, so not to go down there next time. So we need a chain now of about 84. Where are they all? Fortunately, you do get a heck of a lot spawning around here, and on high speed, you can blitz through this place quite quickly, in all honesty. That's 14. And yeah, you can do these rare mobs as you actually go through the game as well. So I think we got to 18, was it? Or 20? Oh, I've lost count already. So I think we're on about 35. Or about 36. No, I'll say 34 to be on the safe side. 34 out of 100. Let's move on to another area. Oh, hello, Alex. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. What's wrong with you? You're not feeling very well. I hope you get better soon, Alex. But it's thoughtful of you to stop by and say hello anyway. Oh, is it bad in the US, is it as well? I guess it's just that time of the seasons, isn't it? And stuff. Right, let's move on to the next bit, because I think we've killed them all here. If I'm occasionally running into walls and stuff, it's because I'm trying to read the live stream chat as well as actually, you know, looking where I'm going in the game. I've lost track of our chain. I think we got it to 7 or something silly. We must be on about 40. I'm going to say 40, so let's try and get a chain up to about 60 now. Even if that's a little bit overkill, at least it'll be done. Where the heck are they all? I guess there's not many around this area, so we'll head back. Right, so there's lots at the start, so this is what I'm going to do. Oh no, we can't go into the Namyenza. I was going to go in there to reset. Hello, Francesco. Welcome to the stream. It's going alright for me anyway, Francesco. Hopefully it is for everyone else as well. These stupid tomato things, rogue tomatoes, whatever they are, keep breaking our chain. So we're struggling to keep count of these, but fortunately you don't have to keep the chain going in terms of the rare mob spawning, but just for your own benefit. Trying to see if we can get a nice chain going up this time. Now that we've got some idea of where these tomatoes interfere with us. So we don't want to go down to the south bit there, because there's some more that spawn, of the ones that interrupt us. Okay, looks like you get a nice bulk of them here. Oh, congrats, Francesco. Did you struggle with that fight? Because I've heard some people, you know, have said they've struggled with the Hellworm. But if you get the right strategy going, you should be alright with it, to be honest. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Alex. Oh, that sucks, mate. Yeah, well, where I am as well, you're lucky if you can even get to see a doctor when you need to see one. Our doctor's surgery is so overcrowded that I literally would only make an appointment if I'm absolutely dying. Right, so we're on chain of 35. And I think I said we need to get to about 60 on this attempt if we don't get interrupted. This is actually an interesting one because the combat system was completely different to everything that came before. Even Final Fantasy X, which was the first... So the Final Fantasy game that came just before this, not including the MMO, used a turn-based battle system. And we'd never seen anything like this. So, at the time, I enjoyed the game, but now I think I appreciate it a whole lot more. Since I've got far more used to the faster combat styles. And in fact, I think I prefer the combat in this game than I do in Final Fantasy XV. Right, I don't want to go over... Oh, we'll have a look up here. So, these kind of platforms, these circular platforms, seems to be our friend for keeping the chain going. Did we break the chain again? Oh no, we didn't. Right, 61. I'm hoping that should be enough. We'll just have a quick look down here. Interestingly, I have got the trophy for exploring the map, even though we're just exploring this bit here. But that's because you only need to actually walk into an area, not see every nook and cranny of it. Right then, so we're going to head over to where the rare mob spawns now. And it doesn't actually spawn 100% of the time, unfortunately. But I'm hoping we don't have to get 100 mobs each time it doesn't spawn. We just have to exit 2 areas and then come back. So I'm pretty sure we've gone overkill on the amount of these guys we need to actually take care of. But yeah, we can get a few more on the way since they're there anyway. And if I've calculated this correctly, and there's every possibility that I haven't, once we take care of this rare mob, we should get the Scrivener trophy at last. And this has definitely been the longest trophy to work towards. Aha, there it is, look. It spawned for us. Yep, the Uritan Exile is the name of the rare. And it spawns exactly in this location when it spawns. You haven't got to go around looking for it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So, have I done this correctly? Let's find out. Yes! I was worried then it didn't pop straight away, but it has. There we go, Scrivener. So, as you can see, guys, interestingly for the trophy, you don't have to kill every single enemy in the game. Because I haven't even done the story, the final dungeon, and the final bosses. And we don't even need it. And I knew we wouldn't need it. But a few people were a little bit sceptical of that. But hopefully that shows that you do only need the stuff from the places you can visit multiple times. Any dungeon that you can't visit multiple times, I don't think it matters. Excuse me. So let's get our game saved. Oh, congrats, Joy. That black hole was a complete pain. On my video, obviously, where I showed how to get that Mistwalker trophy, I edited it down a lot, so a lot of people didn't appreciate the amount of time it took to get that done. But yeah, that was probably the least fun of the trophies. Although some people managed to get that just through the course of the game and getting lucky with the quickenings they use as they go. So I'm just going to have a look at my trophy list now, at this point. Thanks, Dom. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have that one out of the way now. So if we go down to trophies here. We're on 97%. So the only one that should be left now is, yeah, this one, the hidden trophy, which is basically just completing the game. So once you've killed the final bosses, we'll get that. And that's it. That's the only thing stopping us from having the platinum. Look at all these lovely trophies we've got. In all fairness, actually, the platinum for Final Fantasy XII, that's it, Alex, yeah, the magic of editing. The platinum for Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age is probably one of the easier platinums to get on the PS4. I mean, 1.6% seems to be the rarest of the other trophies. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, Kenneth. And 1.6% is quite high for an ultra rare trophy. So, yeah, if you enjoy this game, then it is one I recommend trying to get the platinum for, because it is definitely one that you can get with a little bit of time. I mean, it's taken me 107 hours to get this far, but I've done a lot of stuff as well on top of getting the platinum, including, you know, loads of other tutorials and guides. So you can definitely get it in under 100 hours. And compare that to the latest Star Ocean game. And I saw some people saying 300 to 400 hours to get that, because you have to play through the game multiple times to do everything. Whereas with this, you can do it all on one playthrough. But hey, I'm not taking away the achievement of it all. You know, it's still not a walk in the park to get the platinum. And I haven't even got it yet, so... But I will have it soon, I'm sure. I'm going to be going to do the Final Fantasy XII story videos next, since that's pretty much all that's left of this playthrough, outside of individual guides that I might think of doing as well. But then we are going to be having a look at weak mode. Now, I'll be honest, in terms of actual battles and, I don't want to say strategies, but reaction times, things like that, I'm not the most proficient. So how far we'll get in weak mode, where all of those things matter, I'm not sure. I saw some people complaining on Reddit that weak mode isn't even possible to do everything. But then other people said it absolutely is possible, even to do the final stage of the trial mode at level 1 and 3 and whatever it is your character starts at. But we'll see how far we can get. It'll be fun nonetheless. But as I said, I did want to get the guide completed first before we moved on to that. And this is all that's left of that now. But folks, I think we'll finish off the stream here. It's just about lunchtime for me. So I'm going to go and grab a sandwich. Tuna mayo sandwich is on the menu for today, I think. And a nice cup of tea as well. We've got the electrician in doing some work. But fortunately, where I'm working here, which is in the garage, we're connected to a separate supply, so he's not interfering with what I'm doing. But yeah, thanks for stopping by today, guys, and thanks for those of you that are subscribed to the channel on this stream, and of course to all my other subscribers that have stuck with me up to this point. But I'm going to say goodbye to you all, and we'll probably do another stream as well at some point this week. Maybe when we're starting week mode, that'd be a good opportunity. Yeah, goodbye Ash, thanks for joining us this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, or whatever time it is where you are in your particular part of the world. But no, that's it for me for today, guys, so I'll see you all soon. Yeah, goodbye Joy and Alex. That's no problem at all, thank you very much. Now, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed this series. Really enjoyed it. And as I've said before, doing the way I've done things this time was a new experience for me, because normally I'd do a Let's Play series and I'd probably cover all the content over a 50 or 60 episode period. But on this occasion, I've split everything up into various episodes, and it seems to have been quite popular actually, so it's definitely something to learn from going forward. But yeah, that's it then, guys. So thanks a lot for joining me on the stream. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.